Hello everyone, this is going to be your complete guide to massaging the upper neck, the shoulders, the pecs. We're going to cup the pecs here as well, and this is going to be the perfect fix for any kind of headaches, neck stiffness, tech neck, rounded shoulders, all those things that we typically see in culture today. As you can see, I'm just applying oil here. I get a lot of questions on what oil I use. It's all linked below. I like to use oil when I'm cupping. You can also use lotion. I just feel like it dries down a little bit faster, and I really don't want to waste any product, so oil just goes the farthest for me. But when I'm placing these cups, I'll put my fingers under the ridge on the bottom, and I'll actually use my thumbs to push down in the middle here. The harder you push, the more suction you're going to get with these. So I like to do max suction as much as possible. I really just like to pull everything out. If your partner's uncomfortable at all with this, you can totally back down. But I just prefer, and most of my clients prefer, just to do max suction possible because it really does feel good. I also used my flip cups here on the shoulders themselves. So these just flip in and out, and I press them against the skin and they suction like just by pressing it on the skin. Typically I don't like to use these flip cups on the pecs themselves because it's kind of awkward, like especially on women if you're trying to flip those cups down and you're pressing hard. I just prefer the mushroom cups where you can just have the cup touching them and not your whole hand trying to get it to flip onto them. I personally, that's just a personal preference. These cups are linked to my bio, but I do use these very frequently when doing upper body sessions like this because a lot of the times the pecs go unloved, untouched. They're very much underworked in most cases. So if you do have a lot of upper back pain and you're not addressing the pecs, or if you have shoulder problems, anything, if you're not addressing the pecs when you're doing this type of work, it's a problem. Most of the time the pecs are shortened. This is why you kind of have like rounded shoulders, or you just feel like you can't really open up and have good posture. It's because we need to work your pecs and we need to release and relax them. Okay, I'm getting off my soapbox here, but we are moving into scalene work. We've been doing this, we warmed up the tissue here, and now we're really going in with a few fingers and we're doing what's called muscle stripping. This just means we're moving in line with how the muscle runs and we're really stripping that muscle with our fingers. So getting really good deep pressure is essential here. And I like to just work it until they feel better. Like check in with them, ask them how their scalenes are doing, how it feels. If they have a lot of like trigger points and issues in this area with like referral pain, you're gonna want to spend a lot more time in this area. The scalenes are a hot spot for things like headaches, shoulder pain, arm pain, numbness, tingling, all the things. They're held there in the neck. It's just amazing. So jumping into the shoulders here, I'm using my knuckles to get that pressure that I'm looking for instead of my fingers. I typically jump back and forth between working the traps to working the scalenes, so it doesn't feel like I'm like exhausting and overworking a muscle a ton, but I'm still getting like all of it worked out, everything done that I need to get done. So I'll move from using my knuckles in the traps to using my thumb in the scalenes, really just working that. And the closer you get to the collarbone when you're working the scalenes, the more sensitive that it tends to get. So just be cautious when working that area, and you can actually hold at the base where these scalenes originate from. It's right above that collarbone, as you see here. You can hold there and it will relieve a lot of tension and a lot of referral pain as well. If you're new to my channel, referral pain is when you're pressing in one area and you feel it in the body in a different area. So a lot of the times if we're working the traps, you can feel it up the neck into the head, or you can feel it down the arm into the shoulder. Like there's a ton of different ways that you can experience this referral pain, and it's a clear sign and indicator that the entire body is connected. So a lot of the times when you feel like you have an injury in one spot, like headaches and things like that, you can work the shoulders and the neck without even touching the head and alleviate your headaches, because the main cause of your problems isn't in your head, it's in your neck and your shoulders and those trigger points that are just stored up balls of tension. We just need to relieve that tension and relax the muscles, and then poof, all of your headaches are gone. Now the suboccipitals that I'm working here is like the magic button for your client or your partner to relax absolutely, completely, and fully. This is my most highly requested like part to massage on the body. People don't even know about it half the time, but once they find out, they're like, hey, can you do that thing you did last time? And it is these circles. It's right below the scalp and it's right on the top of the neck. So you feel it like right on the ridge of the scalp, and you're working these muscles in circles, and you can also kind of strip the muscle here. So I'll show you, but this is what it looks like to kind of strip that muscle. I like to go down towards the neck when I'm stripping it, like start right at the scalp and kind of work your way down. But I do this after I do those circles I just showed you. When I'm doing the circles, I like to work from the middle of the head, like right above where the spine connects into the scalp. There's a little pocket right there and you'll feel it. It's kind of like a hole. And if you massage that in a circle, it literally, I can't even tell you how amazing it feels. Work your way out to like the ear. So I want you to start there in the middle, go a little like an inch out to the side, keep going an inch out to the side. There's really only room for like 3 spots here to massage, but you're really just massaging all along the ridge of the scalp here, and then again doing those stripping motions all the way down. You can take it as far as you want to go, so if you want to strip just a little bit like I was showing you, you can. If you want to bring those strokes all the way down to the shoulder, it's completely fine. It's up to you. I always love to tie in scalp work when I'm doing a full upper body session like this. And again, I'm just going back into the scalenes. It's super easy. We're just kind of jumping back and forth. Doing a lot of scalene work at the same time is not something I typically do, just because I kind of like to jump back and forth and not really overwork this muscle because it is so sensitive. Typically when I'm doing this kind of work, I'm leaving these cups on for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, but I typically stay in more of the 10-minute range just because I really like to get the most out of these cupping sessions, and especially if my client has come to me before or if I've cupped this person before, they can definitely handle a longer session like that. But I'm jumping right into the traps here. A lot of the times when we're working the traps, you think just like the shoulders, but your traps actually go down the entirety of your upper back. So I really do like to work this entire shoulder area, but also flip them over and start working right in between their scapulas or shoulder blades. You can see this in my entire cupping video where I'm doing the entire full back. That's a good example of kind of the techniques you can start to use here. But if you're looking for that full encompassing like entire upper body work, we won't be flipping over in this video. That video though, I will tag at the end of this one, so you can just go straight there and really work that other side to get in a full encompassed massage here. So now that that one side is done, I encourage you to go back to the start of the video, do the other side by following along. But we're going to start this last part with the assumption that you've already done the other side now. And for the setup for this next stretch, I'm actually putting the head into both of my hands, so it's resting on my hands. Make sure your partner fully relaxes here, and I'm digging my fingers right where that suboccipital is, right under the ridge of the scalp, and I'm gently pulling. It's really essential that they're fully relaxed, not holding their neck up, but they're really letting go and letting your hands carry everything here. This is this client's favorite stretch. She always just is like, good night every time I do it. But gently tug. You can kind of tilt the head back when you pull, but this is one of my top techniques. But I'll just gently pull here, and then I'll actually take my knuckles and pull on the neck as well. I find that this really just relaxes the neck and kind of aligns everything. And to finish this one out, I'll just go over the pecs a little bit like you see here and pull up all the way through the shoulders and through the neck to the scalp. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you like this video and subscribe for more massage tutorials, and comment below what else you'd like to see on this channel. And I will see you guys next week.